Good evening, everybody. This is Electrical Essence, and tonight I would like to introduce the Rantings of Soldier Shane. And tonight, co-hosting, well, actually hosting the show tonight, is my other half, the cream to my coffee, the Ike to my Tina, Mr. Kirshner, and he is going to take it from here. I'm going to go ahead and hand everything over so you can enjoy the rantings of Soldier Shane, and tonight's topic is going to range anywhere from beliefs, choices, our world, the structure of our world, religion, the perception of everything.
What was that? What was the question?
Being shared with you
why my mind
by
can't go anywhere.
Mr. Kirshner.
Why?
Because I am open and non-ignorant to the reality and the logic of your situation. Anybody's situation. I'm not blocked off from thought and reality and the logic and the superstition. There is superstition that is logic. I don't care what anybody says. Superstition is based in logic. Because what is superstition? It's myth. It's legend. Legends and myths are based in reality. But what is truth about that religion or that legend or that myth? That's the question, is what is reality in that? Like one of the biggest myths and legends in the world, mind you, it's not just one group of people, it's not one continent, it's the entire world. The entire world has this belief, has this legend, has this myth. And you can't tell me what it is? Besides angels and God and that shit, because it's everywhere.
What is
Because hell, God, angels, and everything's been drummed in everybody's head for 2,000 years. Of course it's going to be everywhere. Everybody's going to know about the whole angel and God concept. It doesn't matter if your religion pertains to that or not. You will think that. Why? Is because they drummed in everybody's head. They've killed, murdered, slain, massacred, fucking embedded their fucking beliefs in everybody. Even the most devout fucking Muslim and Tibetan and whoever, they know about angels and demons and God. You wanna know why? It's because they killed, murdered, slain, tortured, massacred millions upon millions of people to embed that knowledge into culture. Do I think it's right? No, it's not. But it's a very, very effective way to embed belief into somebody. Does your religion should, fear you into believing it? Well, I don't think it should. I think it should promote happiness. Promote good feelings. That's what your religion should do. But I always hated Catholic because it was always, you don't do this, you're going to hell. That's really fucked up. Telling me I'm going to go to hell because I do certain things. And certain things, even certain things that are biologically I want to do. That's why I got a problem with gay people. I don't got a problem with gay people. If they want to be gay, they can fuck as many assholes of many dudes and women, women. Because women, guy, women. Guess what? When that was acceptable. Guess when that was acceptable.
When?
Roman times and Greek times.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
They were bisexuals. They would fuck women and men at the same time. They would have orgies like you wouldn't believe.
Well, they didn't label it. Didn't have
Contributed to what? The gods that they were contributing it to by the time. Massive orgies. Massive orgies. Men, women, kids, fucking slaves. Oh my God. Greeks, Romans, they had slaves for the entirety of that civilization. Holy crap. You want to talk about slavery? You want to talk about fucking... Oh, I'm sorry. It might, you know, hit a nerve on black people and stuff. You want to talk about your slavery? It lasted 200 years in this country. It did. Most people would like to speculate or determine or to evaluate that it's still going on today. Nope. You got your civil rights movement. You have your equal rights. You just choose not to abide by that. And that's by fault of said race. And I'm sorry, you know, if you are given the right to do something and you do not take that established right, well, can't do anything for you. It's kind of like leading a horse to water and forcing it to drink. You cannot force the horse to drink anything if it doesn't want to. If you don't want to take the drink, well, you just live in the thirst of whatever you're in. That's fine. You know, you find obstacles. Obstacles always exist. Everywhere. For everyone. It's not just you or your culture or your race. It's everyone. Everyone has lived in that period at some point in time. Everyone. It's not just you. Are you special? You're not fucking special. You are a fucking product of everything that's happened. Do you think slavery was a recent thing? Do you think black people is the last people to be enslaved? There's people being enslaved right now. Women, children, Asians, Orientals, black people, still. White people, still. You know what's the difference between slavery when black people are being enslaved and whatever? It's just everyone now. It's not even a race. It's not a race, an age, or fucking sex. It doesn't matter. If you want to be enslaved, you will be enslaved. It's if you give into it. And then most people say, oh, they didn't have a choice. Really? You didn't have a choice? Really? Somebody put a gun to your head and said, hey, be enslaved or get shot. That's a fucking choice. It's a choice. No matter the way the fucking choices weigh, because, oh, well, which is the better choice? You're going to live in slavery for your entire life, go through all that pain and suffering to what? You're going to die anyways, right? Might as well take the fucking bullet right now. Oh, choices. Choices. Really? You always have a choice. And there's always that third choice that everybody fucking forgets about. Somebody held a gun to my head and said, oh, hey, the person you love the most in your life, Melanie, she's going to die unless you take this bullet in the head. I shoot you or I shoot her. You know what my third choice is? Is to take that gun away from that motherfucker and empty the clip in him. Because I would do that. I'm sorry. I mean, as much as I love Melanie, I'm not going to sacrifice my own life and have her existence betrayed without me. Because I was dependent on a choice from a third party. There's always choices. Always choices. To any situation. It doesn't matter how eluded or how fucked up the situation is, you always have a choice. And everybody's fucked up by that fact of fighting back. Huh. Amazing how all religions tell you to turn the other cheek. Be submissive. Can I tell you why all those religions want you to be submissive?
Because you're brainwashed and have you docile.
Exactly. You're docile and you're brainwashed by the religion itself. So in the external force, a third party that has nothing to do with your religion whatsoever comes and intervenes and gives you a choice to go against your beliefs or to take a bullet. What's going to be your choice? I'm at peace with God. I will take the bullet. That's respectable. That is a respectable decision. I don't care what anybody says. Not to go against your beliefs and say, I want to live, but I don't want to take that bullet. Your respect points just went out with me. Because your belief, the thing you believed in your entire life, you just gave up because somebody wanted to shoot you in the head. Wow. So all it takes is for you to point a gun at your brain and fucking blow your brains all over the back of something? That's really pathetic. You shouldn't change your beliefs because somebody mentioned something. Because somebody pulls a gun on you. You should hold your beliefs true. If you really believe, it doesn't matter what you believe in. You be the stupid fucking Scientologists that think that fucking some mothership is going to come and fucking get you. Wherever the fuck their beliefs are. I don't even know what their beliefs are. It's so retarded I don't even know the concept of it. And Mormons, they're about as retarded as the rest of them. But there's something about Mormons that I do like. It's because they're industrious. They gather people. They are unfucking wavering when it comes to collecting their flock. They'll go from door to house in their little ties and fucking white shirts and, knocking on the fucking door at 6 in the goddamn morning. Those people they got some dedication. That's where Catholics are lacking. And Christians are lacking. It's because their dedication's a little...
Jehovah's Witnesses do the same thing.
Yeah, Jehovah's Witnesses do the same thing. Because they're living... And can anybody tell me why those religions are a little more aggressive when it comes to their beliefs? They're newer. That's it. Christians, Catholics, they've been around for 2,000 years. It's an old religion. People are getting sick of it. You know why? You know why they're getting sick of it? Can you tell me why?
Why?
They're not paying off. They're not paying off. There's like every other old religion that doesn't exist anymore, that nobody cares about anymore. You know, there's a few religions that I actually take faith in. Okay, that I actually believe, hey, that works. Voodoo. Oh, come on. Voodoo and hoodoo and all those other oodoos. All those religions work. You want to know why they work? Belief. People are strong in their beliefs when it comes to that stuff. You want to know why? Because it works. It works. Why? Because they actually have faith. They actually have belief in it. Kind of like Tibetans. They believe in Buddha. They believe in self-sacrifice. Every living thing, even the one that's trying to kill me, deserves to live. That's why I like Buddhism. Buddhism is a religion I can get behind. You don't know why? It's because everybody lives. That's what I love about the Doctor Who series. If you want to fucking put my basis in things that I believe in, everyone should live. Everyone should live. Doesn't matter what their beliefs are. It doesn't matter what their sexual orientation, their race, their religion, what I had on fucking Breakfast Tuesday. I should be able to live. Isn't that like a unalienable right? Our fucking country, the United States of America, the USA, I fought and I bled for and I fucking taken rounds for United States. Was founded on that concept. Everybody has the right to exist, to believe what they believe, and to live the way they want to. Now, everybody, the founding fathers, they had progressive ideas. Progressive ideas, they didn't even exist when they founded it. That is a Marvel concept, right? Because their perception, their perspective on what was going on at the time was different. It was different. Because when the founding fathers founded the United States, did black people have the rights of everybody else? No, they didn't. They weren't even thought of. They weren't even consulted. They weren't even in the imagination of what they were founding. But the words that they said were beyond what they were at the time. Did the words ring true even today? Yes, they do. Every man is created equal. It wasn't true at the time. Because every man wasn't. Every man, woman, child, person, human being. Let's update that to modern times. Human beings. We're at the point where human beings should be the concept of the way you identify yourself. Let's just go with Earthling. If you want a fucking graphic, fucking geological fucking reference, Earthling. That's better. Isn't it? That gives you a fucking point of reference at least. I know human being doesn't really hold a candle to anybody. Nobody really cares about a human being. What's a human being? Oh, a human being is... There's people out there that care about dogs and animals more than human beings' lives. I believe that is a very sad and fucking bullshit thing. Oh, I love all the commercials. Oh, there's starving people in Africa and Indonesia and all these fucking places. Oh my God, they're starving and blah, blah, blah. What about all the homeless and starving people that we have in this country? We have so many homeless and starving people. It's been generations of those people. They've developed a fucking process into becoming what they are. There's people that pretend to be homeless to get money from idiots that give them money. Wow. That's like, what? People that live a fucking, oh my God. I saw a homeless person with a fucking Rolex before. I called him out on it. He left really quickly after that. Because most people don't see those distinctions. They don't see. They don't smell. They don't observe the person. This motherfucker came up. He was in tattered clothes. Yeah, I'll give him that. But guess what? He smelled like laundry detergent. And deodorant. How many, I don't know, I know. Most people in their lives have not come up against a homeless person before. Most people don't have that fucking privilege of seeing a crackhead that smells like shit. I've done that before. Not pleasant. And I told that guy to go fuck off like I told the other guy that smelled like fucking Tide and deodorant. Because that guy that smelled like Tide and deodorant is bullshitting you. He's not homeless. He must have forgot to take off his watch that day, because I looked at his watch and I was like, huh, that's a really nice watch you got. And the guy walked away. He covered up the watch and he walked away. If the guy was really homeless, do you think he would take the time to cover up the watch? And he certainly would not walk away from somebody that wanted to pay him some money. Because I did it. I'm sorry. I lived in Seattle, fucking Washington for a long time. And I got to that point where I was like, you just give them money, they'll go away. Because that's your attitude. Oh my God, if you see people that live there in their entire lives, if a homeless person comes up to them, they're reaching in their pockets and grabbing whatever cash or money they have in their pockets, and they give it to them. Without saying anything, they don't have to say shit. All they say is thank you, and they take the money and they leave. This place is overrun with homeless people. And I'd say 90% of them, they're actually homeless. Because some guy comes up to me smelling like dog shit, I believe that guy's homeless. But if you come up to me smelling like deodorant, like you're freshly showered, or I don't smell anything, it kind of gives me away that you're bullshitting. You're a fucking idiot. And you really think I'm going to give you money. Go away. Oh, it's not even Washington. It's not even Washington. Completely different part of the country. Georgia. Same thing was happening there. I was taking a piss in the alley because I couldn't get into a fucking club. Because, well, I wasn't the preferred customer, apparently. And all I wanted to go is go and take a piss. So I went in an alley, took a piss. Sitting up there, my dick like all like out, you know, like right on the wall. Everybody's done it. The whole drunk holding the wall, pissing on the wall bit. Some guy comes to me wanting fucking money. If I wouldn't have been pissing at the time, I would have kicked the living shit out of this motherfucker. Because this guy's like, oh, you got a few dollars over there. And I looked at him, and this guy, shining in the light, was where I was taking a piss at. Nice gold watch. Dude, you don't need any money. Go away. That's what I told the guy. You don't need any money. Go away. And it's even worse. Even worse. You know how fucking negative and how fucking retarded fucking people are? How fucked up when it comes to people as that we are? The people that protect you. Protect you! Foreign invasion, from enemies, both foreign and domestic. I know, I took the fucking oath. Those people get treated like shit. Worse than shit. Like shit ground up in 20 years of garbage and fucking bullshit. That's how they get treated. Is that right? Oh, if you ask some person straight off the street, oh, no, that's not right. Vets shouldn't be treated like that. Really? But you've treated vets like that since the beginning of time. Soldiers are only useful when there's a problem. There's a war that needs to be fought, a conflict. Whatever. That's the only time they're useful. But as soon as the war for the public is over, it doesn't mean the war for the soldiers or the government's over. It's just the war for the public's over. And you treat it like dog shit from then on out. I know. I experienced the back math. I experienced both parts of it. Hell, people singing your praises and fucking celebrating and clapping and fucking, oh my God. And I've experienced those people that will fucking piss and shit on you when you come back. I know, because I almost killed a motherfucker. They tried that shit with me. Because as good as airport security likes to be, I hate to break it to you, you can get certain things past airports and security. You strap... Look, I did it just for as a joke, by the way. I strapped a knife to my arm. Just to see if the metal detector would see it. It didn't. And I went through airport security like that. With a knife strapped to my arm. A full... hell, what is that? What is that? 6-inch blade? I just got through airport security. That's not even including the handle, which is carbon fiber. It wasn't metal. The only thing that was metal was the blade. I got through airport security. They didn't even notice. I thought it was a big joke. I was like, oh man, those fucking stupid motherfuckers didn't even fucking find it. Hell, it went off when my dog tags, when they went over my dog tags. But it didn't go off when they went over the knife. Maybe it just went too quick. Maybe it wasn't fucking thorough about it. Whatever. Whatever the details. Doesn't really matter, does it? Point is, I got a knife through airport security. Now, how much can you do with a knife? Oh, debatable, because with a box cutter, I can crash 2 planes into buildings. And another one into the Pentagon, which is bullshit, because... yeah. Anyways... we won't debate on what happened on 9/11. 9/11 is so fucked up it's not even fucking funny. Okay? We'll go back to reality of situations. Is that the reality of the situation, it doesn't matter what happened on 9/11, it was what happened afterwards. That's the reality of a situation. See, situation of, manifest destiny or some imaginative fucking storyline that somebody created. What happened afterwards? Does everybody forget what happened afterwards? We started a fucking war with people. That's nothing new. War has existed since the dawn of man. Since the caveman picked up a rock and crushed the other caveman's head in. There's been war. The Bible that everybody has so much faith and fucking concern about? You know what they said about war?
What did it say about war?
Hey, as long as you go and kill everybody and you don't rape their women or fuck them for about a week or 2 afterwards, you're good. You know why there was a week or 2 afterwards? Is because after a week or 2, they're no longer on their periods. So you impregnate them. That's why it tells you to wait a week or 2 after you invaded a fucking local village that was off to the side of you, and you killed all the men, and you fucked the women. You wait 2 weeks. You don't know why it tells you to wait 2 weeks? It's because they wouldn't be on their period anymore. It doesn't matter if they were in the middle of it. It doesn't matter if they were at the beginning of it or at the end of it. After 2 weeks, you can just... and you impregnate them, and that's your woman, that's your child. And that's the original Bible that said that. Wow, I do not have respect for something that says that. If that's what you're basing your religion off of. But every religious fucking person on the fucking planet with that religion will never say that was part of their good book. It was, though. Might have been a long time ago, but it was. Might have changed. Been erased, rewritten. Guess what? Doesn't make any less true. It was there. And people acted that way. Change with the times, people. You gotta change with the times. And religion has to do the same thing. Change with the times. Make sure nobody notices. How many years? 200? 300? 400? Does anybody even know? How many times did the religion, Catholics, Christians, deny the existence of aliens? Deny it completely and utterly. Deny the existence of aliens. In the last couple of years, let's say 3, 4, 5, they've made it a prominent fucking have to make sure the public of their religion believes that aliens could exist. Huh. That's funny. That's hilarious. I find that hilarious. Beyond words. That your religion changes its beliefs. Like that. That quick. And don't think that's the only time it's ever happened. It's happened throughout history. It's just retarded morons that follow that religion don't see it. And the ones that do, they get excommunicated or killed. Wow. And you follow this religion. The one that says, hey, if you go against our teachings, we'll fucking kill you. And your entire fucking family. Anybody know how the Romans existed? How the Romans viewed? Because the Romans were fucking gods at this. They were the fucking inventors of this shit. Taking over a country and making them Romans. When they took over a country, it wasn't, oh, well, it's country and you're your own country. No, you were Romans. You became Romans. You believed the way they believed. You walked the way they walked. You dressed the way they dressed. If you didn't, they fucking killed you for it. That really got people's attention. That really made them want to be Romans after that. Hey, if I don't do what you say, you're going to lop my head off. Crucify me. That's what I love about the whole fucking Jesus Christ and all of his crucifying. Oh my God! Really? Really? Jesus Christ was fucking executed with the goddamn standard execution the Romans used on countless thousands upon tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of people. He wasn't special. He was not some fucking guy that should be worshipped. He wasn't. He was a douchebag that tried to make his fucking people's lives better. That was it. That's all he did. All he did. And nobody gave a shit about this guy until 100 years after he died. Wow. Really? Fucking really? Isn't that how talent goes, though? Talent. If you have a wish to wish for anything in the world, do not wish for talent. Because you'll never be recognized long after you're dead. Perfect example, Vincent van Gogh. Vincent van Gogh. Vincent van Gogh. You know who the fuck Vincent van Gogh is? You ever heard of Vincent van Gogh?
Of course.
Of course. Everybody's heard of him nowadays. He's famous. Everybody loves his paintings. His paintings are worth fucking billions. Well, let's rewind back to when the guy was alive. Nobody gave two shits about Vincent van Gogh. They wouldn't have gave you 2 cents for his fucking paintings. Because the guy was psycho. He was crazy. He was a fucking douchebag to everyone that he lived around. He was psycho. He was crazy. His paintings were shit. He fucking was the most worthless piece of shit ever to be born. But, what? 2, 3, 4, 500 years after he was dead, somebody found talent in his art and became one of the most famous painters in history. That's what talent gets you. Hell, the last thing you want to wish for if you find a genie is talent. Talent. Jesus. Same way with all actors, musicians, they all get lumped in that category. Artists, actors, musicians, they all get lumped in that category. Hell, Johnny Cash was lucky to see his name and his music become famous before he died. He was a very lucky man to see that happen. He became famous. 5 years ago, nobody knew who Johnny Cash was. Nobody knew who Johnny Cash was.
Very few people did.
Oh, well, like older people that,
the new generation.
They were actually living in the 50s when he was.
Or there's people that heard of him but didn't know what his music or anything was about.
Well, that's the thing is, like, nobody really knew what he was for or what he did.
Yeah.
But now, if you ask somebody, you know who Johnny Cash is? Yeah, he's singing the song blah, 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 blah. Do you know that song was made back in the 50s? Oh, no, it wasn't. It just came out. No, it didn't.
Yeah.
It was made a long fucking time ago. A very long time ago. And now he's being recognized for it. That's talent. That's living beyond your time. Living before your time. Those people died a long time ago before what they did was recognized. Before what they accomplished in their lives was given to them. Last thing I'd want is talent. Talent? Kiss my ass. Money. Give me money. I can do something with that. Talent. Kiss my ass.
Coming from somebody who was highly talented.
Shut up.
Talking shit.
That's why I know I'm not going to be fucking ever in my entire lifetime I'm ever going to be acknowledged for my talent. That's why I hate being talented.
And he's a Pisces, and of course, extremely talented, very artistic, very abstract, very deeper in depth with anything, but yet doesn't do anything with it. Typical Pisces.
Because I'm not going to be recognized for it.
Well, so
That's not going to matter.
So do you,
Next 50, 80 years down the line, then somebody's going to fucking actually notice it.
So who cares if you're not going to get recognized for it or recognition for it? Now, I do stuff. I do get creative and do stuff, and I don't care if I get recognized for it. Why should it be about recognition? Why should it be about what other people think? Why should it be about... Why can't you just do it just to do it for passion?
I'm not cared about what other people think.
Right, but
I'm cared about the recognition and the money that comes along with that recognition. I don't want to be talented and get nothing through my life and live through some shit existence. And then after I die, everybody else gets the money for my accomplishments.
So what's about the money then? You're not here anyways.
Good point.
You see, hey, there you go. Why not? Maybe we'll be lucky enough to be somebody who will take that money and share it with who they're supposed to share.
Ha! That's funny.
It could happen.
Come with power and money to share it with others and actually express humanity in all of its forms.
That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you should do.
Oh, shit!
But then what are you supposed to do with the money? Fucking hoard it like fucking Scrooge
McDuck? As all the other
bolt and swim around it and be like, fuck everybody. Yeah, fuck everybody out there starving and dying and freezing to death and being murdered.
Don't care about them.
Nope.
Fuck you. Fuck those freezing and hungry people. Fuck those Somalian fucking African douchebags with the bloated stomachs and the flies sticking in their eyeballs. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. And even if you're one of those lucky few that fucking calls that number and gives you the 50 cents a week
Sally Strother takes it and eats it.
Guess what? 90% of that money goes in somebody else's pocket.
That's why I don't donate to like the Church of Dimes and all that crap.
Exactly.
Because that blood trickles down.
Sits there and tells me, oh, at Walmart, I was sitting there one time. You know, they're ringing my shit through. Do you want to donate $1 to the Cancer Children's Fund? No, I don't. And I just love the reaction. I love the reaction from the cashier. And I say it loud enough so everybody can hear. And I love the reaction from the cashier, the people behind me, all of them. And all I wanted to say, and I said it to, I was fucking drunk one time.
They don't get the money. This fucking CEOs
I went to get cigarettes or whatever. It was cigarettes, a pack of fucking cigarettes. She's like, oh, do you want to donate? You know, there's a lot of people behind me. There's like 5 people in line because it's a cigarette aisle. Walmart, of course. And she's like, you don't want to donate to the cancer or save the Children's Fund cancer? No, I don't. And she looked at me and I was like, what the fuck did that look for? And she's like, I didn't give you a look. Oh, yeah, you did. You gave me that. Oh, you don't care about the fucking sick, cancerous children. Oh. And I looked the person behind me, and he was giving, and the fucking stupid motherfucker and his stupid bitch was giving me a fucking look. What the fuck are you two looking at? Let me tell you about cancer, you stupid dim-lipped motherfuckers. Cancer has existed since when? Oh, you don't even know, do you? Oh, how sad for you. It's existed since you were fucking, after you were born. After your parents were born. It's existed. Last fucking disease we cured in this country was polio. And the people that cured polio realized, oh my God, I could have fucking earned $20 trillion fucking dollars if I just let that disease fucking progress. And not kill it right out off a hand. And now we got 20 million versions of cancer that infects every organ, every orifice of your fucking body. Why? It's because that first person that came along, cancer, didn't cure it. And you just let it go. Now, it kills everybody. Do I give a shit about the children? Fuck those children! They're dead anyways. It doesn't matter if I give you the money or not. They will be dead. Because nobody gives a shit about those children. They use them as a front. An advertisement. So don't tell me that you're curing those kids. Kiss my ass. You ain't curing shit. You haven't cured anybody. How many years? How many years since polio? 40 years? 60 years? 80 years? It doesn't matter what the fucking years were. That was the last time we cured anything. We haven't cured anything since. AIDS, cancer, leukemia, whatever that wants to
hepatitis.
Exactly. Fucking
herpes,
fucking anal warts. It doesn't matter what disease is incurable. We have not cured it. None of it. None of it.
There's more money in treating it than curing it.
Exactly. Because there's more money in treating it.
And that's my problem with the medical profession, and that is why
it's money.
With the whole thing.
It's about the money. It's about the money.
It's not about
the money. You know why I don't like going to doctors? Because they find something wrong with you. They just don't say anything. Because they want that bonus at the end of the year. Because the insurance did not receive a claim from you anymore about some extraordinary disease. And that's what the doctors don't tell you when you go in for your physical every year. They get paid because they want to be paid because it's their job. But they don't tell you everything they found. It's a bunch of bullshit. They don't care what they found. They're going to say you're okay. And if they don't say you're okay, guess what? They just prescribed you 20 million drugs they want you to pay for, that they want your insurance to pay for the rest of your life. Because they want money. Insurance company wants money. Money, 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 money. Cream. Anybody ever heard of Cream? It's an old fucking 80s rap song where they coined the phrase cream from. You know what CREAM stands for?
Freedom crop money.
Cash rules everything around. Money! That's what the M stands for. Cash rules everything around. Money! And that's what our society is. Ran by money. Everywhere. Everywhere! Every single country, continent, and otherwise they're run by the entire what? Money. Why do you think they're so quick to come in and corrupt and educate and, oh, we're helping these people do better in their lives? Of all those people that were cut off from civilization, had nothing to do with civilization. They've lived for thousands and thousands of years without anybody helping them. But no, we're coming in to help these people because they need to be educated. And yeah. I heard that lie before. That was when the United States invaded North America. It was an invasion, people. It was an invasion. It was the conquering. It was the taking over of a civilization that existed there before they came there. And you want to know why they fucking conquered that civilization? It's because they were more technologically advanced. Simple. Simple. What's going to be the defining fucking characteristic of anybody that invades another culture? It doesn't matter who you are, what you are. If that person is more technologically advanced than you are, you're dead. Regardless if you want to be alive or not. Same, it's happened every time through history. I'm not telling you that technology is the only reason. It's a big one, though. Numbers. And you got that wholeheartedly determination and faith. I love that word. I just love to throw it in religious people's faces. Faith. It's a very strong and driving influence. Because, wow. You know, let's face the Mexican conqueror, the Spanish conqueror. Mexican. Cortez, yeah. That motherfucker.
Is that
wow!
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
That guy killed millions.
You know, he's actually one of the ones that started the slave trade in South America.
Millions. He killed millions. Conquered, I don't know how many fucking cities. Killed, destroyed, mutilated, raped, looted. Wow. That guy made a lifetime of that. That's all he did through his entire life was rape, murder, kill, massacre, and loot. Through his entire lifetime. And he is one of the great explorers of our history. Cortez? Really? Really? That's all I gotta do is go kill millions and billions of fucking people and I'm considered the most greatest fucking historian or fucking explorer in history? Columbus. Yes, Columbus. The person that discovered the United States. Which, correction, he did not think he was in the United States when he discovered the United States. He thought he was in the Asian. He was in Asia. That's why he called the islands the West Indies. Everybody forget that little fact in history? The first people he ran into, he called it the West Indies. The West Indies. Nowhere close to the original Indies. Because, guess what? They didn't know the world was that big. Knowledge. That's what I'm telling you, people. Knowledge is power. Knowledge makes you unignorant. Knowledge makes you better than that person sitting next to you. Because if they don't know what you know, you're better than they are. That is what makes you better. Your knowledge. Not what sex you are, not what color you are, not what race you are. Your knowledge of the world and the reality you live in. That makes you better than the retard sitting next to you that doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground. You know those people, they couldn't fucking pour piss out of a boot unless the instructions was written on the heel? Those people! You know, they're your average religious type. Your average fucking Facebook person. Those people. Your average person in the generalization of the word. They're idiots. They're morons. They're retards. They couldn't tell you who Hitler was if you fucking had a history book open up to the page where he was at.
And left the room for 30 minutes and then came back.
And they still wouldn't know who he was. It's because they don't care. They don't give a shit. They're consumed by their own fucking existence.
And ignorance. And
ignorance.
Lack of knowledge.
And oppression. Lack of knowledge. Fucking, they don't care. They don't want to learn anything.
Yep, nobody wants to learn anything new because they all want to stay in that.
I mean, Jesus Christ. Yep. Anybody that wants to learn anything new, they're fucking 50 years or older. Prime example. Hell, I'll tell you somebody that's closest to my age where I work that actually is open to new knowledge, to new things.
But no.
He's like 33 years old, and guess what he is? He's a criminal. And he's been a criminal his entire life. Now, I don't hold that against him. I don't. Because guess who the most marveled of all criminals were? Everybody puts so much faith into. Jesus Christ, he was a criminal. He was a criminal. He was a crime. He fucking was a criminal.
He went against his faith and his religion, and he, you know, that's what he got charged.
Some people say that, he went against his faith. He went against his religion. He went against what
the religion
was
the religion of his blood.
What was
not,
norm of
but that's the religion of or the faith of himself, though.
He started a religious revolution. Revolution happens. Civil revolution, religious revolution.
The Jewish church wanted him dead because he went against what their teachings, and he was a Jew, and it made them look bad.
Exactly.
Because he was
the people in power.
He was Jewish. He was born Jewish, but he didn't practice Judaism.
Exactly.
He wasn't technically, so that made him not a Jew.
But how everybody likes to cover up and not mention. Jesus was taught by the exiled and non-representatives of the Jewish religion. Oh, did we miss that fact? Did we miss the fact that they gave him knowledge and they gave him books and they gave him scrolls?
Actually, Jesus has been an outlaw and he was
wanted
criminal before he was even born.
Long time.
Did you hear me? He was a wanted criminal before he was even born.
Exactly. From 10 to 30, he disappeared. Where'd he go? 20 fucking years, this guy disappeared. Where'd he go? Where did he go? I hate to fucking break it to you, but there was a description of a Jesus Christ looking motherfucker that showed up at a Tibetan temple.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember that story.
He showed up. He stayed there for a few years and learned from the Tibetan monks. Tibetan monks, they don't kill people. They don't run people off. They don't hurt people. It's against their religion. That's why I have so much
respect.
Respect for Tibetan monks.
Ow.
Only monks, not people that say they're Tibetans. Fuck them. Monks. Not the Dalai Lama. Fuck him too. I'm talking about the monk. The lowly monk. It grinds away every day. That guy.
Silence.
In silence. You never know his thoughts. You never know his feelings. You never know anything. Because he took a vow of silence when he entered the order. These guys, they don't hurt anything. They don't want anything. You don't want to know why they don't want anything? Because want causes suffering. Suffering is wrong. And suffering you should not do on any level, scale, or anything. You need to preserve your own life. They don't care. They'll set themselves on fire to alleviate the suffering of other people. They've proven that through World War I, World War II, Korean War, and Vietnam War. I don't care what anybody says. They think the first time they saw a Tibetan monk light themselves on fire was during Vietnam.
That was not the first time.
Fuck you. That was not the first time. They did it during World War II. They did it during World War fucking I, II, Korean War, every world war that happened, every major war every major conflict that happened, Tibetan monks burned themselves in protest of what was going on. And pretty much what I believe that the Buddhist monks were doing at the time was, I'm killing myself because I don't want to deal with this fucking reality that you're making for me. I want to die with my own mind intact.
And then when it comes to Asian culture and Asian beliefs, it was better to have killed yourself in honor than to die with dishonor.
Exactly. Samurais. I like samurais. You know why I don't like samurais? Because they train by a code. They live by a code. And nothing veered them away from that code. Ever! Unless some extraordinary circumstances. But they still live by the code. It doesn't matter if that extraordinary circumstance happened because that was in the code. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they live by that code. You know what samurais, you know when they became warriors? You know what they believed? Samurai warrior. Samurai! He does not fear death. At all. Death was
An illusion.
just something that was going to happen regardless if he wanted to or not. He knew the truth of what death was. Same way with the Spartans, that was 2,000 years before the fucking samurai even existed. As much as the samurai like to brag that they were the most fucking, technologically advanced fucking warriors on the planet, there was better warriors that existed before you.
You know what's crazy about the whole Spartans, though? They were fags. Well, not...
They're
so much
bisexual.
fags. Well, but even then, back then,
They were Greek.
But there was no such thing as bisexual. There was no
word for
There was
it.
no sexual
It
There's no
was just
sexual
sex.
labels. There was no sexual labels.
Exactly. There was just sex.
And if it was sex, it was always for a reason.
Leisure.
But Spartans, when they had sex with the other men, wasn't for the same reason why the Greeks back then and Romans had sex with their men. They did it for. It was a part of their conditioning. It was the partnerhood and brotherhood and the bonding.
If you look
and relieving of sexual pleasure. And
if you're looking at some guy next to you, as much as people like to say, "Oh, gays in the military," and blah 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 blah. Okay, well,
Trump just a man to
if
the
I was in the military,
supposedly,
okay?
I don't know if that's true.
I was in the military for a while, but if I looked at somebody next to me and I thought he was gay, that was a good thing. You want to know why? It's because if he liked my sweet ass, he would keep a bullet out of me. Give him a little more motivation to keep a bullet out of me. Or to keep me safe or whole. To make sure my dick and balls are intact. If that was the limit of his fucking motivation to keep me alive, I don't care. I don't care. That was his limit to his thinking.
And it seriously doubt the gay
Same
soldier
way-
next to you was really worried about the head anyway.
Exactly. The same thing, but if you think of it in the perspective of a gay person, do you think he was really worried about the ass of the person next to him? No, he was probably worried about, I'm gonna die like you were. You gotta put it in the perspective of the moment. You gotta put it in the perspective of the thing. It doesn't matter what your sexual orientation, it doesn't matter where your belief structure runs. If you come into a contact with said situation, your belief structure and everything just went to shit. And you do with what is instinctually your option to do. It doesn't matter what you've been taught. It doesn't matter what has happened through your entire life. You will do what is instinctually for you to do. And some people are surprised by it, other people are not. Just what happens. Instinct. Instinct. I'm sorry. Instinct trumps anything that you might have think in your brain. Hell, I heard about, okay.
Oh, there's nothing here. Damn it.
A devout fucking Catholic. Put people's lives above his entire life. He was a priest. A fucking priest. In the Vietnam War. And he killed an entire platoon of Vietnamese. Because his life was threatened. Huh. Wow. That kind of tells you that instinct trumps any fucking logical or reasoning thing you have in your entire brain. His instinct took over and he killed all those motherfuckers. He killed them all! If you want to tell me, everybody's like, oh, that's not that many people. You know how much a platoon worth of people are? 30 plus. That's how many people he killed. And for one reason, they left him alone because they knew that he was a priest and he wasn't going to do anything. They left him alone, untied. Didn't even have him tied up or anything. You know what he did? He grabbed a fucking knife and he slaughtered the entire bunch of them with the knife. Huh. That's not really, something a religious man should do. A priest. He was a devout priest. Never did anything to anybody in his entire life. But he killed an entire platoon of Viet Cong. Huh. Kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? And then, you know what this guy said? You know what he said afterwards? He blacked out. He blacked out through the experience. Now, half of me says, okay, let's believe him. And the other half of me says, fuck that motherfucker. He knew exactly what he was doing, and he enjoyed the entire fucking thing. That's where people got problems. They got, oh, I can't enjoy that because it's bad. That's where gay people get their whole fucking, I'm in the closet and not. That's where that all comes from. All of it comes from. Because you've been conditioned since you were a little kid to say that was wrong. And now that you grew up, oh, you get your mind of your own. I want that, but it's wrong. But I want that and it's wrong. And I want that and it's wrong. You struggle with it for years and years and years and years and years. By the time you come to an agreement, you come to a concept. That's why you got like fucking people that are 40 years old, divorced their wives of 20 years with 3 kids because I'm gay. It would have been a lot easier 20 years ago to say I was gay and be able to openly admit that. To be able to do that. Not to have 3 kids that don't have a dad anymore and leave his wife and everything after 20 years. Or he's got some stupid douchebag that leaves his wife and kids because some slut fucking shakes her ass at him. That's fucked up too.
All the loyalties and love went out the window.
But it still happens.
Yeah.
There's a dude at my job. Fucking some Ashley fucking douchebag slut. Slut. She's a straight up fucking horse slut. I know. She fucking, every time I worked with her, she fucking hit on me the whole time. And I was like, oh my God. You need to, like, die. Like, cruel and horribly. Hopefully. But, you know, as much as, like, people like to say, oh, God's goodness and all this other stuff. Really? You know, the people who die are those good people. Or they have something really bad happen to them. So who's in charge? Who exactly knows what God wants and what he doesn't want? Because all those bad people, all those pieces of shit, if you put every piece of shit in your mind, every piece of shit, the biggest piece of shit that I know of was my fucking ex, and I bet she's alive and well. Right now. She's alive, doing great fucking things. Everything going her way, and she doesn't have anything to worry about.
With your social security number, which we need to do something about that too.
Say what?
I just remembered that. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry,
but I'm just saying that it's just, nothing's happened to her. Because why? Because I don't think God's run the show. And if God's run the show, it ain't exactly the best people that get profit from it. I think there's something that happened. If you want to believe the devil and the God are at fucking war with each other, I think the devil's winning. Because the bad people, I don't see things happening to them. But the people that try to stay good and, and try to stay, like loyal and got values and all those other things, those are the people that suffer. Those are the people that have to suffer. But everybody that does bad, they just move on to the next. They don't suffer through it. And if they do, they don't recognize it. They don't see it for what it is. They just muddle through it until everything goes back to the way it was.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end this segment here.
No, don't end it.
Well,
more stuff. Oh, shit.
It has been, it's been over an hour. Well, then if we're not going to end it, I'm just going to close this chapter and have this part one. Just give me one moment here.
It's just fucking, oh my God.
All right, thank you everybody for joining us tonight and for tuning in to the introduction of a new segment with the rantings of a rational mind and rantings of a, I should say rantings of a drunk man, but that too, because usually you can be drunk and rational and practical and all of that, but it was definitely a nice it was a nice first episode. I really did enjoy listening to Shane. It was cool, and I do enjoy that other people being able to experience him because he's definitely a unique individual. So we are gonna end the segment here. Gonna drink a little bit more and enjoy our weekend together, and you guys enjoy your weekend. And I'll be back soon with another episode of the Rantings of a Rational Mind or Soldier Shane. So, all right, you guys, enjoy your night.